Hey friends, Oz here, coming at you from the rooftops of planetOZ. And today, this film is going to be about pigs in Zen, which is an esoteric concept, an interesting concept, I think, and if you haven't really heard of what it is or what it implies, then stick around. Okay, so pigs and Zen. What is this? What is this all about? Well, I don't know how much mainstream science there might be as to this phenomena. Maybe this is just something that's talked about among people in the farming and agriculture business. Maybe it's true, I don't know, but what it says is that the pigs, when they are taken to the slaughterhouse and they are going, toward the end, they completely stop fighting, resisting, exhibiting any aspect really of their unique personalities, and they just sort of go into this state, and then they follow each other, one after another in a line, and they just kind of meet their fate like that. And anyway, yeah, so that is known, insofar as it has a name, as pigs in Zen. So the pigs go into this Zen-like state before they are slaughtered. And I think Jane's Addiction made a song, or maybe it was, pigs in Zen. Anyway, all coming from this same idea. And I think that it's a cool idea. It's an interesting idea. And it's very interesting from an animal welfare standpoint. And I consider myself to be an animal welfare minded person. I've made two documentaries that have both included animal welfare as a theme in one form or another. And I almost completely vegetarian, though if the circumstances are what they are. I do from time to time eat meat. I don't really like being a purist about anything, I've quit plenty of vices, and I always maintain a little, and I don't know, I don't, I guess maybe if I had this problem of being, trying a little bit, tasting a little bit, just to give myself that little bit of window, and then that sucks me all the way back in. If that was a roller coaster that I was on, maybe I would handle things differently. But largely, I don't. I guess I try to avoid any wagons that I might be able to fall off of, I guess. So. But anyway, the point is, the last film I did, it included a section of it that was all about how people are trying to create cell-cultured meat. And if you're not familiar with this, technology and what people are trying to do with it, the idea is that by taking a few cells of an animal, you can then you put them in these chambers of sorts, or not unlike casks, I guess, that you would brew beer in. But the cells are turned into meat, and they are working on things like, the fat and the marbling and how to get the texture and all of that stuff going. We'll see. But anyway, it's a interesting technology. It's interesting what they're doing. There was a particular point we were looking at this video they had made where a bunch of the people were sitting around at this picnic table, and they were eating these chicken nuggets that were made from this chicken they named Ian, and Ian was there at the place walking around in the grass. So it was very interesting juxtaposition, cool image to see. There they were basically eating the meat of Ian, and Ian was still walking around. So that's what they're trying to do with this this cell-cultured meat. And anyway, through all that, there have been times on both of these projects where people have sent me they've sent me various clips, undercover stuff, things like that show the gnarly side of commercial agriculture and things like that. So sometimes it's like, you know, watching stuff like that gets to be a lot, and making films like that. But anyway, yeah, but so all of that is to say that maybe that's why one might sort of come down with a kind of bias toward believing that this pigs and Zen idea works in the way that at least one theorized way of, you know, meaning of it that I'm about to express here. But anyway, it's a beautiful idea, but it's essentially saying that aspect of the pig and all of them when they're together in this situation, that aspect of them that is the eternal being, the eternal individuation, that unique soul, I guess, as it would be at that moment, leaves because as a consciousness, and a very intelligent one, we believe that the pigs are like not very far behind us if you were to organize them all hierarchically. So anyway, yeah, so if they're that smart and they are tuned in, it would make sense that they might very well understand both the concept of death and the concept of the slaughterhouse, and what it means in that moment. If they have, if they're communicating with each other in some way that they understand, and they're pretty smart, then I don't know. These concepts are pretty fundamental, I would think, to all living beings. The idea, at least in the material realm, of being alive, being dead, what that means, what it implies. And so what the Zen idea would imply is that in that knowing and the understanding that all learning, all goals or all desires of that particular incarnation, that particular ride or experience for that individuation, when that's clearly done and nothing is truly left except a traumatic end of sorts, then I don't know, from a reincarnative soul perspective, you could say, why not make the exit then? And the remaining muscle memory and just the pure biology, basically, that is left, does what it's been doing for the whole life until that point. It just walks, it marches forward. It's, you know, I guess not unlike the reflexes people talk about if someone is, if someone's passed on but then they move, you know, or they could kind of be like that. So it's still able to walk, but the idea is that any trauma that is experienced is then really just limited to the intelligent cells in the area of where the slaughter itself has been happening. So that really sort of just that kind of violent interaction of whatever is happening there would be impacting that life. But there wouldn't be a sentient life aware of the whole that would experience what happens ultimately. So yeah, kind of. I didn't mean for this to be something of a downer of a topic. It's a weird one, but on a lot of levels it does make sense. And as always on planetOZ, we like to look through theories about things and ideas about things from as many angles as possible. All of this stuff, always on planetOZ, it's meant to be shared, and it's meant to be embraced by others only so far as there is anything about it that resonates with them. And that doesn't have to mean complete packages. That can mean a little bit here, a little bit there. But if something resonates, these are holistic ideas, but they're also component parts, and those component parts are very helpful for puzzling together all other manner of questions that we have about myriad of esoteric topics and the like. So if you're looking not even very closely, that's basically what planetOZ is. It's just me doing exactly that. So I borrow from other people, and we all borrow from each other, and anyway, we all together we co-create the grand experience and the grand answers, even if that's a plural, and we get to choose different ones. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's Pigs and Zen plus some tangents at no additional charge. Godspeed from planetOZ.